Let us start writing the test script for the test case. Let me create a new package. Package name is day1. Click on finish. Let me create a new class, that is scenario bigbasket, and select the main method. Click on finish. Let me copy paste the algorithm, that is the steps which is recreated based on the test cases. I'm copying that, pasting it here. If you see here, we need to enter the value, clicking on the add button, click on the add cart image, get the output and close the app. Let me save this. Let me scroll up. You can see the code which has been already been copy pasted. This piece of code, that is what is desired capabilities and how to identify the package and activity and how to give the details to the APM server. All these details are provided in chapter 1. Please look into the chapter 1 and then proceed the next step for the clear understanding. Okay. Now, after launching the app, what are these steps will do? From line number 17 till line number 29, it is going to launch bigbasket app. Okay. Once it launches the bigbasket app, I'm going to wait. For that, the code is thread.sleep. I'm going to wait for 5 seconds, that is 5000 millisecond. It is throwing the error message underlined in red color. I am adding the throws exception. Okay. Now what is the next thing? I need to click on the search button. Let me open the bigbasket app to you. Okay. We are using Android screen monitor to showcase the real-time device, which is part of the SDK. Okay. Now I need to click on this search button. How do I find the attributes of this element? I'll be using a tool called as UI Automator. Very important. It's called as what? UI Automator. Let me open the UI Automator. Close the observe. UI Automator. I just open the UI Automator. It will take the screenshot of this particular screen. Okay. So this screenshot will be taken by what? UI Automator, and it will display the attributes. I'm clicking on here. It takes the screenshot and displays the attributes. What element attribute we require? It is this element, basically the search button element. Where can I see the attributes in here? This is the attribute names and these are the attribute value. What are the major attributes in our native apps? One is ID, second is class name, third is name, which is described as content desk, and the other attribute locator is XPath. What are those things? Let me reiterate. One is ID, which is represented as resource ID, which is represented as what? Resource ID. Second one is class name, basically represented as what? Class. Next is name, represented as what? Content desk. And last is XPath. Any attribute you can use. Any attributes can be used. Okay. Can you see in here? ID is represented as what? Resource ID. Next is class name is represented as what? Class. And name is represented as what? Content desk. And XPath, any attribute it will use. We'll be constructing the XPath and all in the future class. Okay. Today we'll be going with resource ID. Okay. So I am going to take this value. This page is referenced as driver. What is the reference variable for this page? Okay, which line number is saying that? Line number 29. Hereafter my page is represented as driver. Okay. Inside driver, inside that page, find the element. Find the element by what? ID. Open quotes, close quote. I'm copying and pasting it here. I'm copying it here and pasting in it here. Then once we find this element, what action we are performing on that element? We are going to click. I am clicking on the particular element. Okay. What does the next step says? Enter the value. I'll click on the button, search button. Now can you see the new page? Now in this I need to enter raw mango diced in this place, that is search text box. So how will I do that? How will I find the attributes of this element? I need to use UI automator. So for that what should I do? I need to obtain the screenshot. I'm obtaining the screenshot. Get the attribute of the particular element. I need to get the attribute of this element. What attribute it is? Resource ID. I'm copying this attribute. How will I write the code now? I will say driver dot find that search text box. How can I find that? With respect to ID. Copy and paste the current attribute. Dot, if you want to enter, what is the method name? Send keys. What we are entering? It is raw mango hyphen diced. Okay. Along with this, once you enter, along with this, I am concatenating, closely observe, I am saying /n. It's as good as hitting the mobile keyboard enter. It is as good as clicking mobile keyboard enter. Okay. So closely observe. Now we are selecting raw mango diced and clicking on the search button. Now what does it happen? It takes to the new page. I need to click on this add button. Now it should be easy for you. So how will I click on this add button? Again, take the attribute of this and click on it. So how will I take the attribute of it? Obtain the screenshot. Then select the add button. What is the attribute which we can use? ID. Copy this. How will I write the code now? Driver dot find element by ID. Open quotes, close quote. Dot what it is? What is the method? Click. Once you click on it, closely observe. Once you click on it, click on add. Can you see the changes in here? Okay, it got added to the cart. What is the next step which we have according to our test case? It says click on the add cart image. So how will I go about? Again obtain the screenshot, select the particular element and get the attributes out of it. Okay, I'm selecting it. Copy that. Copy resource ID. Where should I go? Driver dot find element by what? ID. What is the action you need to perform now? Click. I am clicking on it. Once you click on it, let me come back to the app now. I am clicking on the add cart image. It takes me to the cart page. Okay, what do I need to check in here? I need to get this output, this element output. I need to get this element output. How will I do that? Again, same thing, obtain the screenshot, get the attributes of it. Okay, it's obtained the screenshot. I'm selecting that, take the attribute. You can use any attribute, guys. In the future classes, we can see all the other different attributes which we are going to use. Okay, now driver dot find element by ID. How do I get the output? First, now I reach this element. How do I get this output? Which attribute is going to give that output? Is it index which is going to give that output? The answer is no. Is class, if I say dot get class, will that give that output? No. If I say package, will that give that output? No. Which attribute is going to give the output? If I say dot get text, it will give me the output. So what I am going to do now? Dot get text. Once I say dot get text, it needs to store the values somewhere. I am using the shortcut key Control 1 enter. We should store it in a variable. I am using Control 1 enter. Left hand side the data type is string and we get the output. Shall I say this as actual underscore result? Now closely observe what I am doing. If you see here sysso control space It means system.out.println is printed. I'm going to type the English sentence. Actual result is, this is, we are typing it and that will be displayed in the output. Concatenate plus symbol actual result, that is your variable. Now according to our test case, what is the expected result? Expected result is raw mango diced. Okay, so for the very first test case, now we are hard coding it. So I'll be using a variable called as expected exp underscore result with the data type string. It is raw mango hyphen diced according to our test case sheet. According to our test case sheet, it is raw mango hyphen diced. That is what is used as an expected result. Can you see in here? Okay, so as of now we are hard coding it. Okay, now next part is we need to validate. How to validate and say pass or fail? For that, what condition I need to use? I need to use if condition. If actual result dot equals what it is? Expected result. What is it? Exp underscore result. Our expected result variable is exp underscore result. If both are same, so what it should be? Pass. Then simple. Else, what is it? So fail. So finally, what should I do? I should close. How do I close it? Driver dot quit. Okay. Now let me save this. Shall we execute? Let me close the app. Let me close the app. Now nothing is there in my mobile. If you see in here, the app is not available now. It's all in the reset position. Now let me start the APM server. How to start the APM server? Everything is covered in chapter 1. Let me start the APM server. You'll get a message called as console log level debug. It means APM server is up and running. Okay. Now, can you see in here console log level debug? Once that message comes in, it means APM server is up and running. Now, right click, run as Java application. It should start the bigbasket app, launch the bigbasket app. Then click on the search button, enter raw mango diced and hit on the enter of the mobile keyboard. Okay. Then click on the add button, click on the add cart image, get the output and validate as pass or fail. Can you see in here in the console? What are the SISOs which we have? The SISOs which we have is actual result is, that is our English sentence. After that, your actual result, it got validated and the result is pass. Okay. Now let me summarize the entire code from line number 17 till line number 22. It is the desired capabilities where we are giving the device details. Okay, this section, it is for launching the app. We are going to give package and activity. Line number 29, we are going to give all the details of the APM server. Okay, from this section, line number 36 till here, we are clicking the button. Next is we are entering the values. We are again clicking the add button, clicking on the add cart image. Then we are getting the output. Once we get the output, we are validating. In this section, we are validating. Finally, we are closing the app. Okay, I hope everybody is clear each section of the code.